All right, your king is asking you to fill with your farms or your alt account. Let's talk about it. What are we even doing? Okay, so you see here I've got 5 farms. Need to fill with them. Start working on that. So what are we gonna do? Well, first of all, you're gonna build as much T4 as you can. This is a City Hall 25. Its power is 23 million. So all it can do is build T4. It's basically just a res farm for me. As you see, it's stacked right now with res, waiting for my KVK to be over and fill my main back up. But while it's in KVK, I can use it to fill rallies and garrisons and take a little heat off my main account. So let's dive into it. How do we even do this? All right, first of all, you're going to pick 3 marches that you're going to fill with. I've got these presets here, so let's jump in here. We've got an archer march, we've got an infantry march, and we've got a cav march. So what you're going to want to do is just use whatever archers or cav and infantry that you have on that account, and if possible, you're going to prioritize marches that have march speed. So Boudica doesn't, but she's a high level. And gosh darn, I don't even remember what this guy's name is. I haven't used him so long. What is that guy's name? Herman? Yeah, Herman's got some march speed here. Where is it? There it is. So that's why we're using him. As far as gear goes, we're going with the Windswept because it gives some march speed. So march speed. That's just a little archer attack. I use her for barbs too, so that's just something she's got left over from barbing. For formations on these marches, you're going to want to use the staggered formation because it's going to give you 15% march speed when marching to join a rallied army or garrison, and that's all you're going to be doing here is joining rallies and garrisons with your farm or your alt or your extra march that you have. Like say you're a new player and you only have 2 marches that you're using T5 with, and you've got 3 extra slots. You want to be joining rallies and garrisons with those. So let's dive into it. So when we're looking at the stats for this, we don't really care about attack because this march isn't going to be attacking anything. You want to prioritize if you can. I don't even know if I have. Okay, there we go. March speed for archers. That's what we're looking at. That's going to be your highest priority when you're building out these sets. So she's my archer, so I'm throwing march speed for her. More march speed right there. Your second priority would be health or defense. Because if you're joining a rallied army or a garrison, you're likely going to get hit with AoE, or possibly there's somebody that's trying to kill the filler marches on the field. So you want to be as tanky as possible. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're making these presets, as you see, different than my main. So I've got my blue sets that I'm just barb farming with, and then I've got these orange sets that I'm joining rallies with. Now as you see, I've obviously got room for much more than 100k. So why do I have those set at 100k? That's because a couple reasons. Now if this is a farm or an alt, you're likely focusing most of your attention on your main account. So this means you're probably either switching over to your farm account on the same device, or possibly you have 2 devices and you're able to kind of multitask a little bit. So the 100k is going to be so that you can join that rally as quick as possible. So you're not sitting there waiting for there to be enough space in the rally or the garrison. It's just 100k, you just trying to get those troops in there and then move on to other tasks, like focus what your main march is doing, or your main account. So that's the reason we've got those set at 100k. The cav, that's all the cav I got. I used this guy pretty heavy last KVK, so I'm building back. And I also didn't play this account much during KVK, so he's building back his cav. But yeah, set those marches at 100k. All your gear is going to be anything with march speed, like another windswept set on this guy. March speed, march speed, march speed, and then, you know, I've got that stuff for barbing. Okay, that is pretty much it. A couple other quick reminders. Whenever, let's just say that we're hitting this pass, right? Let's pretend, in fact, we'll just zoom out here and look at a pass 7, right? Let's say we're at this pass 7. Let's pretend that the enemy's up here and we're down here, and we're defending. So what's going to happen is you want to get your march as close to that pass as you can, so that when you are trying to join it to fill the pass as they're rallying it, you've got a very, very short walk time. Really, you want that to be 1 or 2 seconds. And the reason for that is we want those passes and rallies to be as close to max capacity at all times, because that means that they're doing the highest amount of damage to the rally or garrison. So, okay, those are some basics on how to fill with a farm or an alt or an extra march.